Hey guys, so for today's video, I want to talk about my favorite peptide creams. There's a lot, and I love peptides, and I love moisturizers, and I love most of these brands. So I'm going to start on the list with the most affordable ones and go to the most expensive ones. Initially, I had it done the other way. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. We should start with the most affordable ones and then get to the most expensive ones at the end because the difference between the first one and the last one is $109. That's the difference, $109 more. So, let me start with the first one, which I absolutely love. It's amazing. I've talked about a lot, so I won't talk about too much, but it's 20 bucks. It's the NEOGEN High R Exosome Cream. I love it. I would call it close dupe to the Protini, but this one doesn't foam every time I apply it like the Protini does lately. So in here, we've got Centella, we've got Ascorbic acid, we've got Ferulic acid, we've got Resveratrol. We've got 7 different peptides in here. It's really nice. No scent to it, and I really enjoy it. And it's hydrated enough, but it will work well, in my opinion, for most skin types. So I really enjoy it. You can check out my review of it, too, if you're more interested in it. So this one is worth checking out. I highly, highly like it. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it, especially with the good ingredients in here. So next up at $21, although at Ulta it's currently on sale for 16 bucks. We've got the ACURE Radically Rejuvenating Whipped Night Cream with some amazing ingredients. This one's got Marula oil. It's got 9 different peptides. It's got ferulic acid. You got turmeric. It has no fragrance ingredients and no scent to it. It's really nice. It's really affordable. And if you haven't tried it, it really works well. In my opinion, this one's geared more towards dry, sensitive, or normal skin. Oilier skin might find it a bit too emollient because it is on the hydrating side. Although, if you use it in your evening routine, if it's too oily or greasy, it doesn't really matter because you're usually going to sleep. So in my opinion, this one's also worth checking out. I also did a review of this one, so that one might be worth checking out. Okay, at 6 bucks more, coming at $27. We've got the Stratia Skin Interface. They recently had a good deal on this one. $27 is a pretty good deal either way. But they recently kind of beefed the formula up a little bit. So the new formula that they beefed up includes Squalane. It's got Panthenol. It's got 7 different peptides. It's got Rosehip oil. It's got licorice extract. It has no scent to it. The packaging's really wonderful. Stratia has some amazing products. If you haven't tried them, they are well worth checking out because I really love this brand. They have yet to disappoint me, and the owner seems to be really passionate. So I really prefer to help smaller brands like this one whenever we can. So well worth checking out. Okay, next up, I believe this is a newer product. I'm not sure what's going on with this brand because they were gone for a while. Now they're back. I don't know. The Farsali Reset Renewal Cream, and it's $39. I will link to it at Farsali below. So in here we've got Rosehip oil. It seems to be common with most of these. Rosehip oil, Tetrahexyldecyl, Ascorbate, 9 different peptides, different ceramides, and turmeric. Let me give you a little sample of it because I have not reviewed the full one. Or I've not done a full review of this one, I mean. So there we go. It's really nice. In my opinion, this one will work well for most skin as well as oily and pretty friendly for acne prone as well. So it feels really nice on the skin. No scent to it. So hopefully this brand doesn't disappear again. Because I read Sephora for a while, weren't they? And anyway, they're not there anymore. I think now it's just their website. I couldn't even find it anywhere else. Okay, next up. $45, the Peach and Lily Peptide Pro Firming Moisturizer. This one does include bergamot oil, so it has a little bit of a fruity oil to it, a fruity scent to it. It does dissipate faster than most products. I actually tolerate it. Typically, most fragrance does not go well with me, but this one, the scent is light enough and it dissipates quickly enough that it doesn't bother me. So in here, we've got 11 peptides, including copper peptides. We've got several amino acids. We've got turmeric, ginseng, aloe, squalane. It's a really nice product, very hydrating. I prefer to use this one in my evening routine as opposed to during my daytime routine. I find it a little bit thick for the daytime, but at night it's just perfect, and it's got a really nice texture to it, and it's got, honestly, it's pretty. The color of it is very pretty. So there you go. Blue. Sorry, I got a new light. So people keep saying I look different, and it's the light. Okay, so there we go. It's blue. It's pretty. Okay, this one's a little bit more expensive than the last one. However, I want to remind everyone this one is just over 2 ounces. So it's like, what is that? 15% more. So it's a little bit more pricey. The Dermalogy Peptide Night Cream, it's 46 bucks. So in here we've got shea butter. We've got several different ceramides. We've got 5 different peptides, and we've got vitamin E. At first, I want to talk about all the different peptides, and I thought, you know what, if I talk about every peptide in every one of these, this video will be like 3 hours long or longer, because I love peptides, and I really, I geek out on them because I just think they're amazing, and what the peptides can do is amazing. What they're going to do in the world is amazing. They're going to be life-changing for many people, what some different peptides can do, not just skin-related in terms of other things. So, okay, well worth checking out. Next up, I will preface this. If this did not have a scent, this would probably be my #1 favorite, but it does. It's $52. I just reviewed it earlier this week. It's the Ole Henriksen Strength Trainer Peptide Moisturizer. So it has a fragrance. It has a fruit scent to it from fragrance. I tolerate it for the most part, but so if I put this on at night, it doesn't bother me, but if I use this during the daytime, it's too scented and it doesn't dissipate fast enough for me, but it is super thick, so I would say certainly geared towards dry, non-sensitive skin, and it is thick. It is very thick. So certainly I probably would never use this in my morning routine, just at night, and I tolerate the fragrance a little bit better at night. So anyway, if this was fragrance free, it would be such a holy grail product. So I just added this in here in case. I know some of you guys aren't sensitive to fragrance, so I thought, you know what, I'll include a few options, because if I wasn't sensitive to it, I love this one. So if you aren't sensitive to it, it's well worth trying. It's really amazing. Got some really good ingredients in there. And peptides, oh, I didn't mention it. So in here I've got 8 peptides, including SNAP 8, which I love, amino acids, ceramides, mango butter, and panthenol. There we go. That's like the best sales pitch ever. Okay, next up, the Skin Fix Barrier Strengthening Moisturizing Triple Lipid Peptide Cream. And they've recently upgraded it, and it's $54. They have refills for it, which is nice. Now, like the Protini does in here, you just unscrew it and screw the next one in, which is wonderful. So in here we've got shea butter, ceramides, rice bran extract. We've got squalane, folic acid, and then 4 different peptides. It is hydrating. They have a gel cream version, which, so if you have oilier skin or acne-prone skin, I would pick up the gel moisturizer from them. But if you have dry, normal, or sensitive skin, this one's really nice. It is, I think for oily skin might be a bit too much, but it's really nice and creamy and wonderful. Okay, so next up, I have a caveat to this one. I love it. It's probably out of all of these the one I've repurchased the most. However, I don't know, something changed in it, because almost anytime I apply this now, it foams up. And that's the Drunk Elephant Protini. It's a good moisturizer. It works well for so many people. It's expensive. It's $69. Something changed in it, or something I changed, or maybe something in my skin changed, but almost anytime I apply this now, it froths up on me. I don't know, but you know what? One of my best friends just bought it and loves it and doesn't have that issue. So obviously I must be alone on this, because it's still getting rave reviews. I will say, if you're in the UK, the ACURE brand, which is an Aldi-owned brand, or a grocery store, these and this, they're nearly identical. They're not identical, but they're very, very, very similar. So if you are in the UK, it might be worth saving some money and checking out the ACURE brand instead. They have a lot of dupes for a lot of products. So, okay, back to the Drunk Elephant. So in here, we've got 9 different peptides. We've got Marula oil, we've got amino acids, and we've got water lily. It's really nice. Gel cream texture. Seems to work well for dry, oily, and acne-prone skin, except for some reason my skin where it foams up every darn time I apply it. Don't get it. Don't know. And then last but not least, I've got one runner-up at $129. It's wonderful, though. The Allies of Skin Peptides and Antioxidant Daily Firming Treatment Moisturizer. It's expensive, but it is wonderful. It is super hydrating. I can't remember if I reviewed this one or not. I'm pretty sure I have, but if I haven't, I will certainly get to that. Okay, so I've repurchased this one. I think I'm on my 3rd tube. And I tend to use this one infrequently because it is so expensive. So on days when my skin is just dry or needs a little bit of a boost, it just feels really nice, leaves my skin feeling soft and a little bit plumped as well. And for the exciting ingredients in here, we've got 3 different peptides. We've got glutathione, we've got astaxanthin. They mention this medical grade Manuka honey, which is actually used by some doctors for certain wound healing issues. They use Manuka honey because it has wound healing properties to it. So medical grade Manuka honey is different than just regular honey. We've got ceramides, and we've got Tetrahexyldecyl Ascorbate, which after this list, I now have memorized how to spell it. So, oh, I'm such a dork. So this one, if you're on not a big budget, or on a big budget, I guess, it's worth checking out. It's really nice. And then I have one runner-up that I wanted to mention, and that's the Youth to the People Polypeptide Future Cream. This stuff is really enjoyable. The one thing is it does tend to, if you pick this up and you're going to start using it, finish it as fast as you can because it starts to kind of gel up and thicken if you don't use it too fast. I've had a couple of their moisturizers dry up before I could finish them, so I'm trying to finish it. So this one's in a moderate price range. I think it's right around the price of the Drunk Elephant, but it's really nice. And it's no scent to it, and it's got some nice ingredients in it as well. So this one I thought is worth mentioning as kind of a runner-up. So anyway, those are my favorite peptide moisturizers. Interested in hearing from you guys what your favorites are, or if I mentioned it or not. So leave a comment, love hearing from you, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.